Say correctly. Car. We're going to head outside with the car coach for a look at the vehicle just named the safest small car on the road. There she is. So we're going to head out to our plaza for an up-close and personal look at this. One of the most popular cars on the road these days is Minis. And there's a big movement going on right now, and we're going to get in one. Be right back.
Down the headlights on the highway.
A parade of Mini Coopers catching the eyes of many in the 5th Mini Takes the States journey. Over the last 14 days, Mini owners took to the road to show their Mini pride, covering more than 5,000 miles, going through 18 states and 15 cities. Let's bring in, well, she's the car coach. You know her well, Lauren Fix, who actually partook in all of this. And the Mini has been around since the 90s, believe it or not.
Right.
Wow.
Now, this car is in 1999, but they were originally designed by the Morris Company in 1959.
Okay.
And this car, believe it or not, over the years from 59 to 99, they built 5 million cars worldwide, but they didn't come to the U.S. until 2002.
But it was built in 1999, and if that's vintage. 99 is now vintage in car world.
Well,
depressing, actually.
the look is still vintage. What you have here is the new Mini. This is the 2014 Mini, and they've totally redesigned it. Now, the 2002 Mini, when it came into the U.S., was a big seller. We didn't have it. BMW is now ownership of Mini, and they have made this a great technology, great safety and performance.
I was going to say, I have a front-wheel drive architecture shared with BMW. So this actually has BMW architecture
Yes.
in it?
Yes, it
How fast
does.
does this thing go then?
Oh, they really go. I mean,
Wow.
we've had ours on the racetrack, and so it really can go well over 100 miles an hour, no problem. And they are safe. It's my son's first car. We'll talk about that in a minute. But this is the car that was on Mini Takes the States. It's done every other year. This is the American flag car. It ran in 18 states,
Okay.
15 cities over 14 days.
Kicked off in San Francisco with Tony Hawk, right?
Yeah, he jumped over the cars. It was pretty wild.
Pretty neat that Tony Hawk was helping you guys. He's a partner,
Yeah.
I know, with
He
the
owns a
company and
Mini as well,
everything.
yes.
I was going to say, yeah, he owns a Mini. All right, so this one, by the way, I like the American flag. So this is the Mini Countryman. This is the bigger version of the Mini.
Right, this is the car that just won the IIHS top safety pick.
Okay.
It is a 4-door model. It's the first all-wheel drive. It is still a front, you can still get the front-wheel drive version. It has tons of storage.
Come here, I want to actually show our viewers this if we can. I hope it's open.
Yes.
God, it's open. All right.
It's a fun
Look how
car.
big this is. The reason I want to get an inside look here is there because look how big it is for a Mini. Because Minis, if you've ever been in one, I mean, it's tiny. It's you and one friend and like a bag.
Well, I don't know. We've had 4 people in the car going coast to coast. There are people that there was actually a hitchhiker that came in Mini Takes the States. He was part of the Mini group. Because when you buy a Mini, it comes with friends. How many cars come standard with friends? I mean, all these
Or
cars.
hitchhikers.
Or,
Okay.
well, there was just
Oh my
a guy who was from another country, and he wanted to ride. So he would get a different ride with a different person each day, and there were people from Germany, there were people from Hong Kong, they were from
Crazy.
everywhere. It was an amazing event, and we've done this. This is our second time.
I think you need to introduce me to this handsome gentleman right here.
I'm very proud to introduce you to my son, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
Say hello to the country.
Hello, country.
So, okay, so she was just saying that one of these cars is yours.
Yeah, this one's mine
This
right
one's
here.
yours,
Yep.
okay.
Her name is Helen. She's a 2009 Mini, and she's a John Cooper Works, which is a special edition. It's all sporty and stuff.
And so have you always been a Mini fan? I mean, do kids think it's cool to drive a Mini?
Yeah, all my friends love my car, and I'll tell you what, I learned to drive on a 2002 manual. And this is my first car. I've had it for the last 5 years, and I wouldn't give it up for anything else.
And it's a manual.
Yes, and it's a manual.
Come closer.
Sure,
I don't buy it, I promise. But so when you talk about Minis, I mean, I would think that fuel efficiency,
Right.
but cost as well. Can you kind of give me a price range for these cars?
Well, you can get into a base Mini, which would be a Cooper, or they call it Justa, which is just a Cooper.
Okay.
And you can get into those, $18,000. I mean, the thing is, these are great cars. They're fuel efficient. They're safe. They have great, low insurance rates, low maintenance. We've had our car for a long time. I had an 02, sold that and bought the 09, which is his car.
Yep.
And he won't sell it. He's had it for 4 years. He's
All right.
20. He's been driving it for 4 years and won't get rid of it.
Why do you think that the Mini Cooper has taken off in this country? I'm just curious. I know that in urban cities, like in New York, they're very popular, certainly because we have no space. But across the country,
It's fun to drive.
Well, yeah, it's fun to
Kansas
drive.
City.
Honestly, I haven't sat in another car that's as fun to drive as the Mini. You just sit in it, and everything's about you. Everything's directed towards you. It's a very personalized car, and I've actually seen a lot of people customize and do paint jobs and engine upgrades and stuff like that, because people love making their car for them.
All right.
And that's what keeps people.
Lauren, I have to ask you, because you look at all kinds of cars.
Yes, I do.
Really quick, because it's just been in the news.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy around GM. What do you make of what's happening with GM? I just have to ask you, because a lot of the news have been crossing, and it's not good.
It's very upsetting, and I know that GM is trying to make better quality cars than they had in the past, but they need to get in front of this problem with all these recalls, because there's some serious issues. I know they will get in front of it, but in the meantime, there's a lot of cars to choose from. I say buy the car that fits you right. Make sure you check crash test ratings. If you're concerned about a car that you have, trade it in, get rid of it, sell it, and there's a lot of great cars in the market, and I do love the Mini.
Sorry to end on the down note. The Minis are great. Needed to ask
Mini
you.
takes the States
You're
with
a
a
car
blast.
expert, Lauren. Lauren, it was great to see you.
Thank
and of course, nice to meet you, Paul, as well.
Thanks.
You're training him well. All right, when we come back, we're going to have some good news for those of you who still have.